This is Thursday at St. Matthew's, and that means we're here with the DoDads who meet in Thursday morning, and we will find out exactly what do the DoDads do. And we'll start with Larry Etter, who is the leader of this group. Larry, what do the DoDads do?
We do.
You do?
We do. we come up and most of the time we're stuck on yard work this time. The rainy season is not abated since last year, and most of our work is spent in the yard. But we'll do minor projects. We replace toilets and fix water leaks and, the things that a maintenance man would do if we had one, but we do not have one.
So generally you take care of the facilities for us and maintenance and things like that.
The smaller things,
the
right?
Smaller things,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
The everyday
That's
things.
A good project. Yeah. And so besides here with Larry, I want to introduce that we have Pat Rudloff and Joe Garvin, two of the regulars. There's also others that come as they can, and so the group varies, as I understand. Now, you all talk about you do maintenance and things like that, but I'm sitting here with you and I'm seeing coffee and donuts and tacos. How does that fit?
And the snakes. I think you
and
forgot
the snakes, yes.
We'll get to the snakes in a bit.
Okay.
Well, it's a fellowship,
Okay.
But men don't come together to fellowship, they come together to work. So we carve out the first 15 or 30 minutes and have fellowship. And then we'll go out and do chores. But we always have coffee. Joe Garvin is our coffee man, and he always brings some sweets. So these, look, aren't those just delectable looking? Occasionally we even have tacos. We have one left over if somebody wants to come and join us this morning. But it's, you can usually find us because we're giggling most of the time.
How did this program get started exactly?
Well, we were just discussing a while ago. I think it's been about 4 or 5 years ago that there was the need for something. We had, I believe I was chair of trustees at the time. I don't remember, but there was a need for maintenance that we just didn't have funds to pay. We just couldn't afford to hire people to come in and do things. So we've really been a kind of a do-it-yourself church for the last, I don't know, the whole time, I think. People always seem to come in at the right time and do what needs to be done. And our budget had been cut one more time, and we weren't going to be able to get yard work done, and maintenance was just going to be really tight for a while. So, okay, well, we'll do this ourselves. Let's most people like coffee, so we'll start with coffee and then do some things.
Okay.
So I think Joe was probably the first person I reached out to. And
yeah, I remember about 7 or 8 years ago, we were having the yard people come and, paying quite a bit of money every month. And I suggested to Alan that Methodist men would take over the yard work, and we could just discontinue that. And our Methodist men membership started dropping, and we were meeting on Sunday morning, which wasn't convenient to do work, so the offshoot was the DoDads that Larry and I got to talking about. And I think maybe, did Susan come up with a name? I'm not sure.
Right, we had just been formed, I guess maybe about a month, and we didn't have a name yet. And the name actually came from Susan Poor. There was a group at a church where she served. They called themselves the DoDads, and I like that one. It is kind of limiting because now we're DoDads Plus.
That's what I was going to ask. I hear there's DoDads Plus. Now, what does that mean?
We are equal opportunity.
Hermie is a mower plus, and Joanne is she can do it all.
Yeah. Okay. So you do have
our friend Herman. Our friend Herman he sold his house and relocated to Maryland to be with his daughter and granddaughter, and he called us and he said, I'm going to, as soon as I get with the church, I'm going to start a DoDads at the Methodist church up here. He liked it.
Good.
So the franchise fees will start rolling in soon. The chores vary every week, depending on what's broken that week and how tall is the grass and what's the crisis of the moment.
Ah,
So
I see.
this is the crisis of the moment right now.
Ooh.
We used to have a major bird problem at the sanctuary and over the front door.
Uh-huh.
And we never could figure out quite a way to keep the birds away. We tried. Snakes work.
Snakes work.
Snakes work. So over the door, hopefully no one will ever get a snake dropped on their head. It's always the painters who find them when they're power washing. This week we've noticed that there's a dove that's built a nest in one corner, and so we're probably going to have to expand that to the top of the columns as well.
Okay.
That's our bird scare program.
Ah, okay. Do you all have specialties? I've heard that Joe is the toilet expert. Is that
Well,
true?
he's
I've
looking
had my
forward
hand
to a
in every
retirement.
commode. You wouldn't believe it. We have 19 commodes. I've had my head stuck in every one of them. That's an honor that I'll take with me.
But we're always on the lookout for
you
for
go.
more
You can
people to
sit
join
there.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We have fun. You know, I mean, that's the main thing that we do is we have fun. We enjoy what we're doing, and it's for a good cause. You know,
Good.
it helps free funds of the church up to put into ministry instead of into maintenance. So
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, we think of it as just doing stuff around the church, but what it does is free up money for some of the other what we call ministries.
Right.
But what you guys do is actually a ministry too, when you think about it.
We hope so. It's planned that way. Yes.
Yeah. That's what we want to think about it. Yeah. How would you like it to grow? You mentioned a few more people. Do you need other people to specialize like Joe does on toilets and commodes?
We're always looking for specialists. Les Barrow has kind of turned into our electrician. He recently he's done a lot of lights over the past. Replaced all the gym fixtures a few years ago, and we just finished a project in the fellowship hall, or in the education wing, where we replaced all of those old aging lights in there. And so he keeps us up to snuff on small things like that.
Gotcha.
You know, we have people that paint, and we recently painted the fence outside the office. That was a multi-week project. I think it took us probably 6 weeks to take care of that. Just a few hours a day, just chipping away at it.
Okay. Anything else you would like to add, or have I left out anything?
Well, we do need more help during the summer because the yard needs more work during the summer.
Okay.
And
Good
we just
point.
finished the leaf and the pollen, and that's 2 months of that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I know y'all are anxious to finish your donuts and coffee so you can get to work. So I don't think I have anything else for the doodads. If you're here on a Thursday morning at St. Matthew's and you want to do stuff, see the doodads. We'll see you at the next one. Thank you.
Hope to see you soon.